Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the channel. This is Mr. R, and we're going to be going ahead and playing some RuneScape today. Getting in and starting to do some of the quests that we said we were going to do. As you can see, we did a little bit of just random stuff since the last episode. Just kind of bumped up a couple of skills, did a little bit of combat training, and a little bit of wood cutting and cooking and whatnot here and there. At the moment, we're standing on the bank of Draenor Village. We're going to go ahead and walk our way all the way back to Lumbridge and jump in and see if we can't get this cook's assistant quest done quickly. Up on this quest is to talk to the cook, and we'll go ahead and start the cook's assistant quest. So the gist of this quest is that we have to grab a couple of different things here and basically come up with a couple of different ingredients in order to help the cook make what he has to make. So we need a bucket of milk, an egg, and a pot of flour. So we're going to go ahead and grab this pot here. This is going to be to go ahead and grab a bucket of milk off of this cow here. If you head east from Lumbridge and head across to the cow farm, you can grab a bucket of milk right out of this cow here. This is a dairy cow. This is the only one that you can get milk. Oh, actually, maybe there's two that you can get milk from. And just slightly north and west of the cow farm is this little chicken farm here, and you can grab an egg right from here, easy enough. And this is where we just grabbed the egg. Okay, if we come back down and across this bridge and up to this wheat field here, we can pick some wheat and get our flour right from this flour mill right here. Up on the wheat farm here, we'll go ahead and open the gate and pick a little bit of this wheat. You can drop your wheat in this hopper. First you have to click the lever over here to activate it. Use your pot on the flour bin, and then you've got your flour. They head back and talk to the cook, and your quest is done. All our stuff, so go ahead and talk to the cook. We'll give him his stuff. And that'll do it. There's a completion of that quest. One quest out of the way. And that's a bump in a couple of cooking levels as well. We're up to now cooking level 8. So we're heading up here back to the farm just south of that flour mill, and we'll go ahead and talk to Fred to get started with the sheep shearer quest. Fred's little farm shack here, so let's go ahead in and talk with Fred the farmer. Okay, so the first step of this is pretty easy. All we gotta do is come in here and shear some sheep. Once we shear all these sheep, we can go ahead and go to the Lumbridge Castle and turn them all into balls of wool, and then we'll be pretty much done with this one. Alright, now we've collected more than enough wool, so we'll head down to the Lumbridge Castle, at which point we can turn this all into balls of wool and go back and give it to Fred. So the spinning wheel is up here on the second floor, and you can go ahead and walk right up to this and make a ball of wool. We can go ahead and talk to Fred, give him our balls of wool, and we're good. We finished this quest. Get another quest point, get some crafting experience. We're up to level 3 in crafting now. I'm gonna go ahead and talk to Abigail down in the Lumbridge Swamp. Here's Abigail, she just says help, and then we can go ahead and start the quest. Alright, so actually I think this is a quest that I've actually never done in my life, even though I've played RuneScape a bunch of times before. So we gotta go ahead and jump in this rowboat and head down to an island now. And it looks like we gotta find our way inside of this little manor here. Go ahead and try opening up this door, this regular old front door, which happens to be securely locked. So as I'm walking around looking for this key, I found this bucket of water, and it initiates this cutscene here. Uh-oh. This guy looks like he's about to take out Sid. Oh no, poor Sid. So Sid got killed, and he fell down, but it said that he dropped something shiny in the bucket. So we're going to use our bucket on the barrel. We can then search the bucket, and we find the key to the front door in the barrel. We're able to get into the front door now. Let's check our quest guide here. Must investigate the manor and find a way to stop the killer. Well, I'm going to take this knife off the table. Keep trying to open up some of these doors if I can. Nothing yet. Aha! A cutscene. Oh no! Ah, he gave us a note under the door, it looks like. Isn't murder just a work of art? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, to be honest, I'm looking up the guide to this one, because this is just like some random things that I'm never going to think of. Apparently we can find a key inside of this painting on the wall. And we need to head to the shelves and take a tinderbox off. We now have to use the tinderbox to light these candles on the wall. And once we light all the candles, we get this message telling me that we can now light the fuse on this barrel here. So go ahead and light that fuse and then get out of this room and head up north. Okay, we found another person all tied up. I'm imagining that this person's also gonna get killed. Alright, she gets killed. Dropped another note here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the note. See what this one says. It's like music to my ears. Glorious sounds spelling out your fate. I have a guess as to what that means because there is in fact a piano over here. So let's go ahead and play this piano and see what happens. And my guide says the killer wants us to play the word dead. Which opened up a little hole in the piano, which we can now search to get this green key. We're gonna have to go all the way back around. We can use our emerald key on this door here, which leads us into this area. And now we can attempt to enter the kitchen where another person is chilling. Okay, so now Mandy's dead as well. Let's pick up this note. Read this one. The riddle on this one is that it spells out H-E-A-R-T-H, hearth. Which leads me to believe that we should now head here to the fireplace. Okay, so it actually wants us to use a knife on this specific fireplace to see this panel here. Now, I could, try to figure this out on my own, but the pattern is sapphire, diamond, zenite, emerald, onyx, ruby, and then we'll search it again and we'll get this sapphire key here. Alright, we're into a new room here with a bunch of wardrobes. And out comes the killer. So he just climbed into this wardrobe here. He will hide in wardrobes and throw knives. Oh man. So we need to push the mirror. Okay, so we need to push this mirror in such a direction that it will redirect the knife back at the killer. Here we go. We're making progress. Okay, so after we deflected it back at him a couple of times, we now have drawn him out here. And it's Abigail under the mask the whole time. Strange turn of events here. Looks like we now have to fight Abigail using the killer's knife. Mandy shows up with the Bando's Godsword. Now we talk with Mandy, the survivor, and she will give us the final quest completion here. 1 quest point, bunch of crafting XP, bunch of other stuff. And that is our 3rd quest complete. We get a bunch of crafting levels from that. That puts us up to crafting level 8. Making some good progress here on the good old RuneScape account. And we'll keep going and we'll see if we can't get any further. Raise up some skills, in the meantime, and other than that, we'll get back to some quests sooner rather than later. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you check out the Discord, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know down in the comments if you like this video, and we'll see you in the next one.